All right, Steve, I'd like you to talk a little bit about positioning on taking plays. And I know that we have a lot of umpires that go through training that are taught, to go here or go here on a play. But I'd like to have you talk a little bit more in depthly about that and how would be a better way to umpire.
Well, first I'll say when it comes to positioning, I think it's important to know that it's not just about particular plays. I think it's about what's happening on that play, the status of the baseball, the status of the runner, the status of the fielder that's taking the throw. What's going on? And as an umpire, are you aware, and I call this game awareness, are you aware what's going on in front of you? And you have an obligation to collect that evidence to make a decision on what you need to do for that play. And so I'll give you an example, maybe plays at the plate. Let's start at the point of the plate. Depending on where the ball is coming from, depending on the status of the runner rounding third, is going to determine where you're going to take your angle. So I think, no matter what kind of play, the play I'm describing or anything else, it's about, are you collecting evidence, data, information at a level that's going to determine what you should or should not do. And we can't get complacent. X marks the spot. Training is gone. It's over with. Training has evolved at a very high level now, and quite frankly, the game deserves a high level skill at that. And so we have to start thinking mentally. We don't get to see this as the intangibles, but we have to realize that we have to collect all this information before we start making these decisions. And so with that, no matter what play you would describe, Tom, or any umpire would have, I would say, well, what's the status of the baseball? What's the status of the runner? What's the status of the fielder? And then depending on the situation, what's the status of the other umpires? What's going on with them as well? So these four things are going to determine what you should or should not do. And depending on what angle you need or where you need to go, or even when it comes right down to rules. The status of the baseball and runners and fielders determine a lot of things when it comes to rules too as well. So, I think we have to start thinking that umpiring is more than just going somewhere. It's a mental process. We need to start thinking about a checklist or a protocol to follow when it comes to, I've got to play at the plate. I've got a batter runner running the first. What are the things I need to collect and analyze before I make a mental process decision? So I think if we're not doing that, then we're guessing. And sometimes we guess right for the wrong reasons. And the bottom line is, when it's all over, can you reflect on it? Can you learn from it? And can you find yourself saying, okay, I got it right for all the right reasons, and I know why I did what I did. And if you got it wrong, and it happens, we're umpires, right? So can I take it and go, all right, next time I'm going to do this because I didn't do that this time. So